What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Back today, another ticked off Tuesday video. I don't know. I'm more annoyed than anything. But anyway, today we're going to talk about when uneducated people call educated people uneducated. It's going to be fun. Stay tuned. All right. Anyway, so what I was getting at by calling educated people or uneducated people calling educated people the best words. They're wonderful. Uneducated people calling educated people uneducated. As I'm scrolling through Facebook, which I don't even know why I get on Facebook anymore, it's all just a bunch of nonsense bullcrap. But anyway, I was scrolling through Facebook, and and there's these stupid memes that people make up, not even really memes, they just write a sentence and call it good, and it talks, and some of them are just so dumb that it says, if you believe in Trump, you're a special kind of stupid, or something to that effect. They might have a few more words in it to make themselves sound smart, but no base, no context, no information. Just if you like Trump, you're you know, or Elon, you're a special kind of ignorant or whatever. It doesn't even matter, but what it says, but it's something to that effect. And then I'll just kind of jump on and look at comments, and then I'll see all these comments with no factual information. Just basically, they're just calling everybody on the right stupid. And so I'll make a comment and give a little bit of facts, and then ask them for what you got. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Giving them some questions, and their most basic default answer is, well, you're just ignorant. You're just an idiot. You're just stupid. You're just, you're just brainwashed by Fox News. And to be fair, I don't really watch Fox News that much either. Mainstream media is mainstream media. If I were to pick a mainstream media, it would most likely be Fox. But I watch and I read. I read a lot. I do I read all of it. I read both sides of the argument, and then I come across my own decision of what I want to believe. I mean, it's and that's what you should do. You should get yourself informed of both sides. Don't just listen to your one. Don't just listen to the View. Don't just listen to CNN. Don't just listen to Fox. Don't just listen to one side. And that's kind of why I go into these. I kind of go into there to get their side of the story, their side. There's two sides to every story, and I go in there trying to, get some. But it seems like from 99.9% of all of them have no clue. They have nothing. The only thing they have is, well, you're just ignorant. You're just misinformed. You're just delusional. You're just, even after I'm giving them facts, but they've got nothing to back up their claim that I'm ignorant, that I'm delusional, they got no facts, nothing. They just, he's not doing it for the people. He's doing it for himself. I'm not going to get into the politics very much of this. I'm just kind of like, both of them are billionaires losing tons of money. If you look at what's going on, they're losing a lot of money to do this. So why would they? And they're billionaires, the richest man in the world. You think he needs my negative bank account? He's got your personal information. He's got your personal bank accounts. So, Joe Biden hired 87,000 armed IRS agents to have your personal bank account information. Yeah, but you're okay with that? I come up with that and they go silent. They just call me stupid. That's when they start calling me stupid, ignorant. I've always got something to, at least some context to talk about. And I try to talk about the topic, that we're trying to talk about. But they come in and they just immediately default to ignorance and stupidity and brainwashed and delusional, and so it's like, it is what it is. And then after I give them some information and some facts and some details and some, they start throwing the uneducated. Well, you're uneducated. You need to, you're just delusional, you're just, uneducated, and you need to, like that's typical from coming from an uneducated person. Uneducated person. Let me just show you something real quick. This one here, Associates of Science. Yeah, it's associates. Utah State University. Utah State University. So Associates of Science in general. This one, Associates of Science in Business. Utah State University. This one here, a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration. Yeah, maybe it's Utah State. That may not be the best school in the world, but it's definitely not the worst either. And when I go and check their profiles, some of them have no school. None of them have. Some of them don't. Some of them high school. I went to St. Joseph's High School. Where that's like, really, high school? That's your best, and you're calling me uneducated? Some of them you'll see a trade school. Some of them you'll see a community college or something dumb like that. But it's like, really? It's like, how many college degrees do you have exactly? Once I start saying that, they kind of go silent too. It's like, I got 3. Yeah, they're Utah State, and yeah, they're in business. And maybe that's partly why I like Donald Trump. I like Donald Trump far before he even became president, because of a business administration, and he's a business guy. He knows how to run a business. He's very, very, very successful in business. So is Elon Musk. I think if it's coming to, auditing or money, I think those two would be, pretty good guys to have. When you just, when Biden just hires 87,000 DEI hired armed agents that have no qualifications whatsoever, I think Trump and Elon, sorry, not Biden, Trump and Elon are well more educated, well more qualified than that. I mean, we're talking about an actual rocket scientist. An actual rocket scientist. Oh, he's stupid. He's dumb. He's just in it for himself. He's just, like I said, yeah, he's got your personal information, but what does he need your $25 for? What does he need my negative bank account for? What's he going to do? And while you're at it, why don't you get that back into the positive? And you can pay off all my debt too. Good luck trying to use my credit. It's like, seriously, what are you going to do with my information? I don't care. I got 0 to hide. 0. So anyway, starting to get a little political. This isn't where this was supposed to be going, but I'm not supposed to be going on a political rant. But I just want to try and back up my claim a little bit. And then they start talking like I need to get like some kind of a, start learning about government, start, study up on the Constitution and study up on the, I have right here by my desk every single day, and I look at it all the time when I'm talking to these people, the Constitution of the United States of America. And that's where I get most of my information from, is right out of that book. They ask me a question, or they come up with some kind of a claim. I flip through that book and I find out, and then I'll give them, hey, look at this article. Article 1, Section 9 or whatever, and then they hear that's just stupid. That has nothing to do with. Yeah, it's exactly what it has to do with your comment. This is exactly what it is. This is exactly what the Democrats are not doing. This is exactly what's going on. It says right here in the Constitution. And then when they talk about government, you learn the government, learn how the government works. American Government 101. I mean, I don't know who wrote it. I don't know if it's biased or not, but U.S. Government 101. That's 101 information, 101. That's like basic level stuff. Got those right here. Always right here next to me. Here's Educated again, where you guys just have you must be like watching The View and just writing down, taking notes of what they're saying so you can come on and make some kind of stupid claim. And then when somebody presents you with facts out of, the actual Constitution, we're the stupid ones. We're the idiot ones. We're the ignorant ones. We're the ones that are uneducated. College degrees right there. Yeah, they may be business, but it's educated. It may not be educated in political science. Who the frick wants to get a political science degree? Unless you want to be a politician, and I sure as heck don't want to be no stupid politician. But anyway, I mean, Who's the idiot again? Who's the uneducated one again? And next, just let me give you a little piece of advice. I mean, this is like just a piece of advice, and this goes kind of across the board because it happens on both sides. When you're having discussions or trying to have discussions like this, why don't you treat the person you're speaking with as if they're kind of new to the thing, or they're thinking about switching sides, or they're kind of fed up with their side of the way that they vote or whatever, and try and give them a reason to come to your side. Facts are facts. When all you do is call somebody stupid, that's not going to convince me to go. If I'm like, well, I'm kind of tired of the Republican side, I'm kind of tired of Donald Trump, I'm kind of thinking about going over to that side, and then I go into a conversation like that, and all I get is called stupid and idiot and ignorant and brainwashed, and you're not convincing me very much that that's the right side to be on. I'm probably just going to stay where I'm at. I mean, regardless, you're not going to get me anywhere, because I do my own research. I do my own thinking. I do a lot of reading. I'm sitting there reading CNN. I'm sitting there reading MSNBC. I read the BBC. I read Fox News. I read a lot of them. I read a lot of the non-mainstream media from both sides, and I make and I come up with my own decisions. And there are some things on both sides I agree with, and there's some things on both sides that I highly disagree with. Do I think Trump's a savior? No, I don't think he's a savior. Do I think everything he's doing is perfect? Not even close. But I don't think it's a bad thing to investigate the government a little bit and investigate their spending. The spending is supposed to be for our country. Our tax money is supposed to go to our country and our debt and our stuff and our, roads, bridges, our programs, our thing, But when you look at it, it's like, how much money went over to Ukraine? And Ukraine's not even really technically an ally of ours. But they're sending billions of dollars and billions of stuff over to them, and we're supposed to pay for it. He's, $2 million to Guatemala for sex changes, $20 million for a Sesame Street program in Iraq. I mean, don't get me wrong. If these people in Guatemala want to have sex changes, have sex changes. That's on you. I really don't care what you do with your body. Unless it's abortion, then that's a different topic, but that's a totally different topic for a different time. And, I've got an argument about that too, but you've already heard all the arguments from both sides, so I'm not going to get into that. I have my beliefs. But anyway, I don't really care. If they want to get sex change operations, cool. But why should I have to pay for it? Why should I have to pay for it? Like I said, I'm glad that there's Sesame Street program in Iraq for kids, because kids, the kids need stuff like that. But why should I have to pay for that? I didn't vote for that. I didn't vote for that. And we've got all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, the list could go on and on. They don't all come to the top of my head at the moment, and again, people, kids want to go to college. Cool, go to college, get educated, so then you can actually have a reasonable conversation with somebody. But why should I have to pay for it? So I didn't vote for that. And he's trying to take taxes away, and I hope he does, or at least federal income tax. I hope he does, because that would be, that'd be huge. And these government checks, these Doge relief checks or whatever, I have mixed feelings on that, but I think all that money should go back to its rightful owner. All the money that they've been stealing for decades, See, that's the thing, is this stuff's been going on for decades. But now all of a sudden Trump's the problem. All of a sudden it's all caused by Trump. No, this has been going on for decades plus. And then when I ask him about how do politicians, come in and get elected on an anemic salary, 100 to 200,000 a year, within a few short years they're multimillionaires. And then I say, that's corruption. He's in there stopping the corruption. And one lady was, I think you need to learn what the word corruption means. I know exactly what the word corruption means. Fraudulent and dishonest behavior from a person in power. That is corruption. And whether it is or not, whether it's corruption or not, it certainly could be. That's the thing. It could be. I mean, this one lady came on and she gave me some decent, reasonable. Okay, that's possible. Yeah, but likely, probably not. She came on. She said, well, they could, they could do like a lot of them write books. A lot of them do, public events for money. A lot of them do, you know, stuff like this to get their money, and they become public figures, and that could be, but is it likely? I think the more likely part of that is insider trading, stealing tax dollars. When Doge comes up and finds contracts that are written, but only half the money goes out to that thing, where does the other half of it go? All these dead people that are 100+ years that he's finding, millions of them that are receiving Social Security checks. Who's cashing those checks? And that's what he's there to find out. That's what he's there to find out. He's, because if these checks are just going into some random bank account, wouldn't you like to know that? Wouldn't you like to know that so that they can stop that? I mean, seriously, why? I mean, wouldn't you like to just end those? I mean, wouldn't you like to investigate that kind of thing? Like, okay, all these people have been getting money for how many years? Where's it going? Who's cashing it? Where'd that money go? Who's got the money? And those people that are cashing those checks should be investigated, because that's not your money. I mean, whether it's legit or not, don't you think they should investigate it? And I'm 100% sure that it's not just going into Elon's bank account. And I'm pretty sure that just because he has my personal information, that he's going to go steal my -$500, or that he's going to try and get a loan in my name, or he's going to, seriously, what do you really think he's going to do with your personal information? He's Elon Musk. He doesn't need to steal your stuff. But anyway, that's a little rant. I'm just saying, and have reasonable conversations. I mean, and like I said, treat people like they're tired of their side and they want to investigate. And this goes for both sides. Don't just, if I come to you and I'm like, man, I'm tired of the Republican side. I'm tired of the right. I need to, I'm going to come investigate the left. And I start talking about stuff, and then you just start referring to me as ignorant and an idiot and stupid and uneducated. I'm probably not joining your side. I'm probably not voting your direction. And then if I go to the right and they do the same, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to be like, well, I guess I'm not voting at all. Or I guess I'm not going either direction. Or I guess I'm going to go off and vote third party or something. I mean, what sounds better? If you're investigating a thing, or if you're a young person that's never voted before and never, want to make the best informed decision you can possibly make, what sounds better? Facts? Even if they're false facts. What sounds better? Facts or name calling? Which side are you going to join? I mean, even if they're false facts, I could be lying through my teeth about everything, but if all you're doing is calling me stupid with no information to back it up, with no facts of your own, they're probably coming to my side regardless, because I've got facts, I've got information, I've got things to tell them. But when all you do is call people stupid, it's not a very valid reason. Anyway, ticked off Tuesday, more like annoyed Tuesday. It's like, I don't even know why I got on Facebook. I knew that way. Facebook is just a bunch of, I won't go there. It's just, as Travis Kelce said about X, toxic waste dump. Facebook is just, I mean, there are some good ones, but it's the few ruin it for the many, and it's like these few people are on there and think they know everything, but yet they have no information, and all they can do is call people stupid. And when you're trying to have a reasonable conversation with them, trying to stay on topic, but they lose topic. They won't answer questions. I ask them a question, they come and throw a question at me, and then if I don't answer it, they get mad at me for not answering their question. And it's like, well, I've been asking you questions this whole conversation. You haven't given me a single answer, not one. And then they eventually stop talking, and they just avoid it. They avoid answering the questions. But anyway, ticked off Tuesday, rant Wednesday, whatever the frick you want to call it. It's just a little rant. Apologize for this, but it was just something that was bugging me, so I had to get up and do a video on it. But anyway, get educated. If you're not already, get the facts. Learn what you're talking about. Give reasonable, decent arguments. when about the topic when you're having a conversation, and yelling and screaming doesn't make you right. Talking loud or screaming in someone's face, that doesn't make you right. You see that on TV all the time, where people are just getting up in people's faces and screaming and yelling and calling them the same thing, calling them racist. Just because you can scream louder doesn't make you more right. Just because you're out there in the street screaming and holding a picket sign doesn't mean you're right. Get facts, get both sides of the story, and then come up with your own decision. Don't just believe what they tell you to believe from any side. From Fox, don't just believe Fox. Fox is still mainstream media, people. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Love you. Sorry for the rant. Do the YouTubey stuff. Still unmonetized at the time of the recording, but so there'll be a little link below if you feel like donating to the channel, just to keep me afloat until I get remonetized in about a month. If we're remonetized by the time you get back, there's super thanks. There's if you feel like it, it's there if you want, but you don't have to. It's up to you. And then if you feel like it, there's down here in this little corner, there's one of these little corners. I don't know which way the camera fit, but one of these little corners, there's a subscribe button. Go ahead and click that, and if you feel like it, if you feel like you're getting any kind of reasonable value out of this and whatnot, just go ahead and subscribe and join the family. We're a family. You're not subscribers. You're not followers. We're all family. We're all, in the end, we're all in this together. So let's join up and let's make it happen. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love you. See you in the next one.